What do I need to do on an individual level to prepare myself for this paradigm shift?
That is a difficult question to answer because there are many individuals and there are many circumstances that they find themselves in. When you understand the parameters of what makes you a human being, from the lowest vibrational frequency to the highest vibrational frequency, there are many individuals within the context of that range, and they find themselves in many different situations, many different walks of life, many different places. Of course, there is some fear in terms of the raising of the vibrational frequency on an individual level, that they may lose what they have become attached to as the life that they have created. So what is important for each individual human being is to understand where their fears are based, to really understand what it is they fear if they are going to raise their vibrational frequency. And of course, as you know, in terms of when you raise your vibrational frequency, you bring in different experiences. And because if you do not know what those experiences are going to be, then you exist within the nature of fear. But what is important is that you settle that there is nothing bad that is going to happen. Everything that happens is for the greater good of that which is you as an individual, or for the greater good of that which is humanity, for the greater good of that which is the universe. So understand what your fears are about losing or not knowing what is coming.
So it seems to me that there are particular states that we could as human beings reside in that would consistently raise our vibrational frequency.
Well, what is important to understand is that there is a process that you are moving through, that the vibrational frequency, in order for you to understand it, is a rising way of being in the world, that you move up the vibrational frequency scale, and that there are experiences that at each of those individual vibrational frequency experiences are going to alter the way that you see yourself, they're going to alter the way that you see humanity. It's important for you to understand that you are not alone, that you are part of humanity. It's important for you to connect with those that are on, whether you call it a journey or whether you call it an experience, that are having that experience, so that you can come together, understand that you are not alone, that you're having the same experience, because although the finer detail of the experiences that you have as a human being are unique to your own vibrational frequency, within the context of humanity, they are very similar. Perhaps if you are 3 friends and you, for instance, are vibrating all together at a particular frequency, you will be having very similar experiences. So it is important that you openly discuss what is occurring within the nature of your life, what is the next step, or what is the next part of the journey for you 3. If you are in agreement, if you are in friendship, what is the next step for you to achieve in your own self-development, which is then, of course, the part of the impact of the development of humanity.
So states such as anger and fear and guilt and shame and jealousy, those would be the lower vibrational frequencies.
The lower vibrational frequencies.
And presumably each one of us is moving towards the states of optimism and honesty and trust and joy and love and excitement and
compassion
and gratitude and appreciation and bliss. And this links back to our first topic when we were talking about conscious awareness. How would you recommend that people move from those lower vibrational states into the higher vibrational states?
Well, first, it is a matter for them to recognise that they are in that state, to be truthful to themselves, to be honest with what is occurring within the nature of the life that they are leading, when they ask that question. So if, for instance, they are in anger, if, for instance, they are in jealousy or envy, it is important to acknowledge how that has arisen. It is through, as we have said, the examination of how these emotions arise that allow the energy that is caught within the nature of the emotion to be expelled into the universe, to lighten the load, if you like, of that which is on the physical body. And as you move through each of these emotions, which are of the lower vibrational frequency, or you move through these experiences that contain those emotions that you have not completed, then your vibrational frequency starts to rise. And it is part of a practice of understanding where you are on the vibrational frequency scale from an emotional perspective. If you understand the complexity of your own human life, that you have a high vibrational frequency and you have a low vibrational frequency, you can travel between those at any point in time, depending on who you meet in the street, depending on what you eat, what you drink. All manner of complex things occur to that which is the who of you, the story of you, which impact the physical body. Consciously, of course, when you are consciously aware of what you are eating, of what experiences or situations you are finding yourself in, that then begins to change the nature of what is stored within the physical body, and you can move more smoothly through the process of raising your vibrational frequency. But it is a well-trodden path for human beings. It is the same for each human being, for them to examine the anger and the lower vibrational frequency range, to release it, to then move to that which is the higher vibrational emotional frequency range.
So this really is the primary thing that humans should be working on in order to travel through the paradigm shift. Is there a secondary aspect?
Well, in terms of the secondary aspect, it is to then, once you have understood that as a process, for you as an individual, it is then for you, if that is your desire, the purpose is then to shine, purpose is then to start enjoying life. That is the primary purpose: happiness, love, peace, harmony, to experience those in the fullness of life within the context of that which is a human life. If you understand a human life to be from 0 to, on average, about 80 of your years in terms of your linear timeline, that is not a long time in terms of when you look at it in the context of the universal non-linear time. Okay, so you have 80 linear years to experience what it is to be a human being, the capability of the human body, because it is you, the universe, coming through these particular bodies that you exist in. You have, on average, 80 years to experience the different emotions and the different feelings. Primary purpose is to experience, to have the direct experience of that which are the lower vibrational frequencies. The purpose then is to raise yourself through the vibrational frequencies up to those that are, for instance, happiness and joy. And as you do that, the side effect, which is a good side effect, is that humanity itself then starts to understand itself a lot better at a higher vibrational frequency.
And also, from what you were saying earlier, we're able to access aspects of being that we are not yet even aware exist.
Of course. And as you, from a technological perspective, but also from a mental perspective, an emotional perspective, a spiritual perspective, as you develop, as you become more expansive, the experiences that you bring and attract into your life become more and more.
Something really amazing to look forward to, and very motivating.
We hope so.
Thank you, Altheris.
You're welcome.